Hey,
Hey man,
what's going on?
nothing much. Just got a tab on the new some more He-Man stuff that's going to be dropping soon. Buzz off
And
the guy, the Bumblebee guy.
oh yeah, I think we're telling him to buzz up. I just got here. What the hell?
Oh my God, no. Oh man. So I went out today. Had to go do some stuff, and I always check just to see. But I did pick one up. So there, you got one at the house.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's got the mask, and I'm gonna guess it's a soft cover book inside of it.
Yeah, I've got a couple. I've got like one or two of those. I've got the Killing Joke like that.
Oh, really?
So it's got a dope looking Batman figure in it, and then it's got Joker in the in his beach wear with the camera and the gun.
Oh, I've got this one. I bought one for me, and I've got the Court of Owls one too.
Yeah, I thought I had the Quarter Owls. I haven't come across it, so I probably don't. But I had the Death of the Family one because that's where I got the crappy Joker
Oh, I
mask.
didn't know they did a Death in the Family one.
Yeah, it came with a the removable face Joker there,
Oh,
where he cut his own face up and then stitched it
oh,
back in.
that one, not
Yeah,
the original Death in the Family.
no, the first one was Death in the Family. This was Death of the Family.
Oh, okay.
But I was like, "Ooh, free Joker mask! I just have to pay full price for a graphic novel that I already own."
Oh, speaking of the bat, it actually come in early. Um, it wasn't supposed to be released until like the end of the month, but then
Mm-hmm.
Amazon like upgraded my stuff and said, "Hey, we're going to let you know that he's coming in early."
Cool.
So I ordered the Kingdom Come Batman. He was like $19, but dude, this is a badass figure for $19.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all of the McFarlane stuff's badass, but I mean,
Yeah.
I don't actually don't have a Batman figure, so I had to have one just for my collection. And I saw this one, I was like, it's one of my favorite stories, of like a million other people' favorite
Mm-hmm.
stories of all time. So might as well get this one. But I got that. Um, I took the kids out to the comic book shop yesterday. I think I showed you that. Have you seen these yet?
No, are those like mystery figures?
Yeah, the little mystery figures. So, but they're all from first edition D&D. What's the top look like? Oh yeah, the top's got the cool red dragon on it. They're a
Oh
little
yeah.
expensive, but I think they do that so that because they know they'll make a ton of money for people that buy them for ages 15 and up.
Yeah,
Um,
I opened up like a few of the mystery figures that I had gotten over the years in Loot Crate.
yeah.
There were like two different I got like a dragon in one. Problem is they'll tell you like the number in the wave, but they won't tell you what the character's name is. So I opened up. One was like a Game of Thrones ones.
Yeah.
And I go, yeah, that's a dude from Game of Thrones. I have no clue who this dude is because it's all like cartoony looking, and it should say somewhere on there, who it is, and it doesn't.
Well,
I have to like Google it to find out. I'm like, yeah.
You look at. I love how the numbers go. I mean, you got apparently the two that are the biggest pain in the asses to get of this series are the Mimic, which is 1 in 48, and then you got a Zorn, which is 1 in 48, and then Beholder is 2 in 24. The rest of them are pretty much 2 in 24. Fire Elemental is 1 in 24, so it's kind of rare. I actually got Doropa, which he's pretty cool.
Oh, nice.
Nothing's crazy.
Looks like Pickle Rick with extra arms.
Yeah. I did use my Amazon points to also this. I did it last week actually, but it come in this week. My Amazon points to correct my mistake. So I did finally get a first 7 issues of TMT.
Oh, nice.
All black and white still. So I can read them, but
and it's a lot cheaper than trying to even buy one of the issues.
Oh my god, dude! I look at them online; they're stupid. I mean, the first ones, even third and fourth printings are hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
Oh yeah.
Kind of got a little upset. I went, like I said, did take the kids to the comic book shop. Freaking looked everywhere, dude. No Dazzler, not in the regular set. I mean, I found like 2 in the dollar box. I found some freaking George Perez JLA in the dollar box, but no Dazzler. So I was like, okay, this is getting weird. I did find in the regular box, they got like a $5 bin, a few more issues of Spider-Woman.
Oh, nice.
Spider-Woman versus the freaking Silver Samurai in like a 2-issue like crossover. And then Spider-Woman versus Tigra.
Nice.
But the big thing I got, just to show you, because I finally found one I could afford, that I negotiated a little bit on the price too. But
you got a My Little Pony?
Nope.
Okay.
No My Little Pony, baby. Even better.
Oh.
Do you know what this is?
There's a comic book.
Besides that,
Iron Man, Submariner. Is that obviously it's a key?
Yeah.
Because you said you had to be able to afford it. Is this the first team up between Namor and Tony?
Not really first team up, but this is like in '68 when they relaunched it, when Marvel relaunched everything and they got a new distributor, everybody got new titles. So you got Submariner kind of dropped out, Iron Man dropped out because they were all in like Tales to
Suspense and stuff.
Yeah. Iron Man was in Tales to Suspense, and Namor was in Tales to Astonish. Okay, so this is the only one issue of this whole series. So I got the complete series. Iron Man and Submariner #1, big premiere special once in a lifetime issue. And what this is the first like team up, both of them together in a book. That's not Tales of Suspense or Tales to Astonish before Iron Man #1. So the next appearance of Iron Man after this is like Iron Man #1.
Wow.
And Gene Colan does the art. It's freaking amazing. I have got to read it though. But yeah, it's just one of the big 68 books that I've been wanting to get. I mean, it's like, Cap 100, Hulk 102, all that. That was a big 68 book. Iron Man 1, which they had an Iron Man 1 at the comic book shop, and it's like $3.5, I think, and he was like $1,500 or something. I was like, good God, no. Why are you all hiding out today?
because I don't really have anything to show except the progress,
Except for progress.
in the comic cave.
My
Now, my desk isn't even going to be facing where it is now next week sometime. The monitor has been sitting in on this like industrial factory windowsill uh, since I got here like almost 4 years ago,
yeah.
and it's going to move.
Oh
So
Jesus.
you'll be seeing down the alley of the comic cavalcade.
Damn it.
So we got a couple of bookcases over here that I started to put stuff on, and I got like so burnt out. She did like everything. It was awesome. So
It's gonna face that way then.
the monitor is going to be over here,
Yeah. And then the
and I'll be
camera
facing that way, but the camera will be facing the other way. But
Yeah, that's what I-
this is like my work area right here.
Yeah.
Further down here is some Dark Horse Star Wars that I've got to bag and board, and the ones up top from that, the book on the very top is Clone Wars #1, which the a high grade slab copy of that is like over a Gino now.
Good God. Yeah, that's the one the chick just showed up in The Mandalorian. Everybody loves her. All right. So, did you read our little short book for this week?
Oh yeah. Oh, we got people playing.
Oh, so you covered up the window?
No, those bookcases are about 8 feet from the window, so it looks smaller. And then I'm hiding everything behind the bookcases because there's so much stuff.
Yeah, but I thought you had a window. I thought there was a window back there.
There is. So the bookcase to the far left starts just past where the window starts on that side, and then there's a
Okay.
window. Then there's another window behind there.
Okay.
So we put all the blinds down so it doesn't damage anything, and it's there. Steve Worcester. If I had $1,000 issue, I will sell it, even if it's Star Wars, bro. Even if it's Star Wars.
Yes. Even if it's Star Wars.
So
I don't have any $1,000 issue Star Wars. All mine is Marvel stuff.
So the big box to the right on the very top,
Yeah.
that is the Mattel version of the Brave and the Bold 28 JLA pop that you sent me.
Oh, sweet.
Except that was a San Diego Comic-Con from years ago exclusive. Which issue is it? It is the Clone Wars issue 1.
Number 1, right?
Number 1. It's the first appearance of Ahsoka Tano in comic books. Also, she is on the cover. So, first cover appearance, first Ahsoka Tano appearance, and there's another like couple of like minor things that happen in there. But yeah, that one, we changed the watch battery. You press the button and it lights up like each tentacle of Starro that's got a member of the original JLA lights up and tells you stuff.
Oh, sweet.
So it's pretty cool. And the one that you can't see because it's hidden behind the ring light, but up on top of the other bookcase, it's a little taller, is my Batman The Dark Knight tabletop game, the Kickstarter edition from Cryptozoic.
Oh, sweet.
Because the one that you can buy now, like this, has blue foil ink, and mine is black and gold foil.
So, I did see. I see your Batman. Was it 251 poster there?
Oh yeah.
Um,
And I have the issue too.
but
I didn't even know I bought it. I must have.
what, the Batman 251?
Yeah, I've actually got a copy.
I saw one at the comic book shop when I was out there yesterday, and it was like a 6.5 or something, and they still had almost like $600 slapped on it. I was like, oh my god,
Oh yeah.
that's the same shop though that if I had $700 just to drop, they had the first Jonah Hex there. Was it All Star Western 10? I think it is. I was like,
Hmm.
holy crap! It was like a 7 though. Um, he did have some That's some really nice stuff. That's a really good shop, especially for Central Georgia.
Yeah, I've got a handful of stuff up there. I've got like a bunch of Batmobiles, uh, and cars up on the far left, second shelf down, with something else that I can't quite make out what it is.
Oh shit!
Looks like a dragon.
How many long
Uh,
boxes have you got now?
Too many. I sold 14.
Damn.
I sold 14, but I'm ashamed to say what I sold them for. But uh, between long and short, so like I equate them all to like long boxes. I
Yeah.
probably still got like 30 or 40.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
So yeah, I've got my collector's box of Mavericks up on the shelf, and guarding my Mavericks box is my last Ronin figure from NECA, the one that's decked out in all the gear.
I've been trying to go back and get one, and now it's like they're sold out. I can't find one.
Oh, you want one?
I did, yeah. I was like, good God.
My
Now they
buddy,
got the movie versions, the NECA movie versions, which they're okay, but they look like the movies from the '90s. You remember the first TMT movies?
yeah, they, but they're circulating the other ones. I guess it's supposed to be like a tribute to the Universal monsters. So
Yeah,
each one's dressed up in like a costume. I go, those are just way too goofy. It's like Last Ronin. That Last Ronin, that's the first turtle thing I ever bought in my life.
really.
Kind of. Somebody took shredded. Remember the toys back, like the first wave of toys. Shredder had a car. It was like a pimp mobile.
I don't remember this one, but
It was
okay.
like there was like no top on it. There was like a windshield. There's like a gunnery thing that's got like two eyeballs, so it's supposed to shoot some kind of laser thing that you would put a foot soldier on
Yeah,
that flips up and down. Well, somebody took that car and customized it into a Joker mobile, and I bought it with a Joker figure that I already had that came with it, and a Talia Al Ghul figure. And there's like Joker spelled out like the old title from the old '70s comic.
yeah.
Uh, on like either side, a bunch of ha ha ha's, and then
Yeah,
there's this big cartoon, like Bruce Timm looking, uh, rubbery Joker head that's like super glued to like the front hood and bumper. I'll take a picture of it one day. It's kind of cool, just because it's kind of like
Pull it off.
and I've got like a plush Joaquin, and then I've got like then I've got a knockoff from China Joker. There it is. Whoops, the camera's on you.
oh, sweet. Now that's badass for custom.
Good thing I'm dressed.
Yeah, we almost had a naked My Little Pony on the show.
Good Lord.
Your wife would have been pissed. She's like, "Good thing I'm dressed."
Yeah,
The ha-has. This
that
is
is.
actually the Shredder Mobile.
And it's custom.
It's all custom.
That's badass, dude.
Even got some white walls on it. You got a little class. and he got Talia. Matter of fact, there's still like a sticker on Talia, like a price sticker on Talia's back.
Damn it. I knew she was a whore. Oh, I mean,
Well, I mean, she slept with Bruce. Come on.
damn it. Oh, God.
And I got one of the Joker figures, one of the many Joker figures. A bunch of them, the glue was like no good.
Yeah.
So it's like all separating because they use cheaper stuff. So one of them came with a crowbar and a really cool base that's no, the one up top. Middle. Yeah. It's got like a really cool base. It's like
Oh, Batman base. Yeah.
yeah, so it's got like the Batman logo.
Didn't the Hush figures have that Batman base?
I don't know. I never opened any of them. Come on. There he is holding the crowbar. So now I need a battle damaged, like
Robin,
bloodied Robin, because he's got his foot up. There's only one peg. There's only one peg hole for a foot, so you can either put it on this side or that side. I go. So now I just need him like down there, and I can put him right underneath Joker's foot, so he's standing on top of him.
Damn it!
Too bad they brought him back as Red Hood.
Oh Lord.
But yeah, the next shelf down, I've got like a bunch of Joker stuff, and the first wave of the 50th anniversary Migos, and I've got my still carded Superpowers Joker.
Yeah, now that one's worth money.
And something else, and then somebody came out with like classic Golden Age versions of Green Lantern, Green Arrow, and Aquaman, and they came with like these big round bases.
Yeah,
they were like way back in like the late '80s at like the KB toy stores.
Oh Jesus, I hadn't heard that word in a long time.
Yeah, so I sold the Green Lantern or the Green Arrow, I think both of them, so I could buy more books, and I kept the Aquaman because he was like the best looking figure of the bunch. But now you got him in, and he's all falling apart. Like all the material, it just from years of just being in a box, it just like
disintegrated.
Yeah, it's like
have to teach your wife how to get her to take some sewing lessons and get her a little sewing machine. She's sewing a new suit.
Oh, good.
Huh?
It's like I think it's like close to like the original Mego size, but I'm like I've got an original Joker from the 70s up there on the shelf, but he's like falling apart and stuff. Like one of his arms is busted because it's the body that they used to use when they would like string through like these elastic things.
Yes.
They would lose elasticity over the years, and before you know it, you get a battle damaged Joker because if you shake him like this, his arm just goes.
Yeah, all their arms just fall off.
Yeah, the joints are like all tight because the elastics are like crusty down the bottom, like the old GI Joe bodies. So
now, if they had,
I'm thinking of sending that one to Dr. Mego and just having him, clean up, use whatever's still good on him. He only got one shoe, poor bastard.
We used to do. Oh God, me and my brother, when we were little, when our GI Joes would tear up, you could get the screw out of the back of them and get those little hair ties. Get the small hair ties and replace them and make them work again.
Oh yeah, you can do that. They've got like a new body that is like really good, but they charge like double, almost triple the price for them. But so far, all they've used it on is they did like an exclusive 2-pack Mego for GI Joe of Storm Shadow and what's his face there, Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes, yeah, because they always fought.
Yeah.
But now, on that really weird note, as much as Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow fought, I still think the best fight between Storm Shadow and G.I. Joe was when him and Spirit fight under the well or under the dam, under the the waterfall.
Yeah.
Because him and Spirit get into it big time. But I liked Spirit. So
Yeah. So I didn't really get anything. I just kind of like, did some stuff, and yeah, that was it. I came across my remember the series Ghost from Dark Horse?
oh yeah, with the girl in it. They had like all Adam Hughes covers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Never read it. Oh, she got a little ghost figure.
It came with like a special like #1 of the
Yeah.
book, but when I opened it, it basically destroyed the book. And she
Lord.
comes with this like cloak that just fits on her like that.
Huh.
Now, speaking of figures, I got a couple of PR emails today. One was from the Todd father, McFarlane,
Yeah.
that he's launching a special high-end collectible thing coming this summer from McFarlane Toys. I'm like, well, more high-end collectible than a $350 Batwing if you were lucky enough to pre-order it the day it dropped, like in the first hour. That obviously you showed me. People are like already soliciting them on eBay for like thousands and thousands of dollars.
Really? That one was that cheap when it come out? Because I saw them I saw it on eBay for like $3,000.
Yeah, it was announced like a month ago, and they were like, I go, oh my god, how much are these going to be? It was like $350. And
I don't know. I saw that. I saw that like there's a Hot Toys 1/24 Batmobile from '89.
yeah.
It's like $1,600.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
I do want to get the McFarlane '89 Batman.
Yeah, there's like 2 or 3 different like normal, like regular size, like 7-inch figures. I know one is him all in the suit, and the other one has him with the it's probably going to be a switchable head, but he's got it with the cowl off, and it's like such a good like head mold of him. It's like amazing.
Yeah,
and then they're doing the 12-inch statue, which is the one you were talking about. They come up, they're like $45, and if they turn hot, they end up disappearing like real quick and showing up for like $150.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like I said, I didn't have a Batman figure. I needed one. I sadly don't have a Superman figure. I have an Eradicator figure, but not a Superman figure.
My problem with the Superman figure is I don't want the new crappy version of Superman.
Well, the last 2 or 3 they've done look like ass, and it's like I said.
I want the classic. He's wearing his tidy reddies on the outside.
Well, the other thing is like I said, we did McFarlane. Hey, if you by chance are listening, we got a Kingdom Come Batman. Give me a damn Kingdom Come Superman. I want to see the one with the freaking red and black symbol on it.
Oh yeah, I got one of them.
And I've come this close to buying the damn Red Sun Superman figure because that's one of my favorite Superman stories too.
I haven't bought I didn't buy the McFarlane Red Sun because I've got the old DC Direct Red Sun figure.
I didn't know they did a DC Direct one. I'll have to go back and look.
They split them up into two shipments mixed with like other figures.
Yeah.
There's a Red Sun Superman, Batman, Hal Jordan Green Lantern, and Wonder Woman.
Sweet.
The Hal Jordan, he's not in his Green Lantern costume. He's wearing like his like, Flying Ace pilot jacket with his last name across it.
Dang.
It's pretty
Yeah, I
cool.
mean, I'm
They're
getting
all
back
back
in-
there, so I'm like, you know.
I mean, I'm slowly getting back into figures. I mean, I used to have a ton, and I sold them to pay bills and such, freaking 20 years ago. And now you look back and you go, damn it, you know. But I guess that's hindsight. Hell, I had a Build-A-Figure Galactus at one time, but I sadly sold it.
Oh, from the first line of Legends?
Yeah.
Guess what I've got?
You got one?
It's not opened because, me and opening stuff is like the carton has to fall apart, but I've got the entire first 2 series of that.
Yeah.
And I bought the entire thing not so much for the Galactus at the time, but because of that Gray Hulk and that awesome looking original Doctor Strange, that Steve Ditko Doctor Strange thing.
Is it first series or second series? I can't remember, but there was a red skull in there that was amazing. I had that red skull. Huh?
I think the second.
Yeah.
I've got almost the entire FF. And I've got the most sought after original Marvel Legends line figure.
What?
Johnny Blaze Ghost Rider.
Really?
The original.
Oh my God.
With the motorcycle.
The big one, the double pack one.
Yeah, like this. And I showed off a bunch of toys one night, and everybody's like, how much one for the Ghost Rider? Not for sale. I go, that thing is way too cool for me to sell.
Yeah.
Way too cool to sell. And like somebody offered me as much as like $250 for it.
Really?
Which to me screams out that it was going for like $5 or $6.
I don't know. I hadn't looked one up, but I know I've seen it.
I mean, I've got Thing, Torch, and either Sue or Reed, but I don't have both.
Yeah, I've got for FF. I've got. I pre-ordered the new Sue that's coming out because I really liked it. I think I sent you the link. I really liked it. I don't have a Reed. They all look terrible, but now I've got like 2 things. And I need to get me a good Johnny Storm.
I mean, maybe if I sell a couple of the right keys, I would like if I made like another $1,000 selling books to, keys to whoever that would come and pick them up. If I made $1,000, I would definitely buy that 112 FF box set.
Oh yeah.
The
the
420s.
one. Yeah.
The
400 something bucks.
420.
Yeah.
And then I would probably buy, something to celebrate that 420.
Damn. Yeah.
But I'm like, you get the whole original FF, plus as a bonus, you get Herbie the Robot.
Yes.
Because they use the excuse that we can't put the Human Torch in the cartoon. We have to replace him with Herbie the Robot. 1, we have to make it kiddie. 2, we don't want kids pouring gasoline on themselves and lighting themselves on fire, trying to be the Human Torch. I'm like, you know why we have so many stupid people in this world now? Fracking warning labels. Remove all the warning labels. Bill Gates will get his wish. The population will cut in half, and we won't have to deal with, chapter 1 of, the Hunger Games every day.
Damn it.
But let's get to this.
Yeah. Tom Strong, #1.
Written by one of my all-time favorite scribes, Alan Moore.
Yes. Now,
and let me just throw this out there real quick. The week that I'm going in for surgery, like the last week of the month. I'm going to be. It's outpatient, but I go in for mapping on Wednesday, surgery on Thursday, and follow up from surgery on Friday. During that weekend is Boston Wicked Comic Con.
Oh,
and Alan Moore is going to be there, so I got to find out if
really
my friend John or Dave are going to be there. Even if they got tables, I know one of them would definitely be going to go get something from Alan Moore from me.
Damn, that's cool.
The crazy man himself. So what you think of this? Because you had never read this before.
No, I'd never read it before. I'd wanted to read it. And it kind of, all right. Alan Moore, I mean, 80s was absolutely the best writer in comics. To me, there's almost there's no equal at that point in the 80s. He was that good. I mean, maybe Neil Gaiman come close. But, I mean, a few others, but that's it. I mean, he was so far and ahead above everyone else. But then when he left, at one point, because he come back and did League of Extraordinary Gentlemen after this. Yep. And he was talking about how he had just lost interest in the characters and wanted to go back and return to more classic pulp characters. And that's exactly what he's doing here. I mean, Tom Strong is, for all intents and purposes, he's freaking, what is he? Man of the Bronze. Oh God, what's his
Doc
name?
Savage.
Doc Savage. Yeah, he's Doc Savage. And I do like it. The story is pretty tight. So it's Tom Strong, number one, Alan Moore, Chris Sprouse, Al Gordon, Tad Elrich. Now, the only thing that got me is I wonder if Chris Sprouse did this art and this art. Because they're radically different. Now, not saying he couldn't, but I mean, they're really different. The other thing is now I know that he's playing with the classic characters. He's wanting to bring back the, like I said, Doc Savage, the, freaking, Buck Rogers, that kind of feel to it. But also it's a very modern book in the fact that it's not necessarily breaking the fourth wall, but it's like reverting to itself, because literally the first book is in the packet, Timmy Tomorrow gets, I think that was his name, Timmy Turbo gets to read. So I mean, he's literally reading the book along with us, which kind of, also reminded me of that thing he does, Moore does in Watchmen, where, a lot of people would read Watchmen and then you skip the whole, what is it, the story in there that the guys read throughout the whole story? Was it the death of the black pirate ship or whatever it is? And yet, but if you read it, stuff actually happens in that story that relates back to Watchmen. But yeah, so the story opens with Timmy Turbo getting his little orphan Annie. I mean, Tom Strong, his packet in the mail.
Quit picking on the ginger.
Yeah, so he has to open it up, and wow, man, $9.99. Look at all of this we get: a badge, a certificate, a book. This is all how Tom Strong got started. So Tom Strong actually made a comic book after he left the freaking island. And they live in Millennium City, the city of tomorrow, essentially, I don't say it's Metropolis, but
it's Metropolis. Yeah.
It's Metropolis. Only
it's Jetsons Metropolis, because the bus still looks like a city bus, but it flies.
Well, it's not necessarily it flies. It's on the freaking cable cars. It's going.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they were blimps.
It's like a ski lift, dude.
Yeah. That's
So
just
yeah, he gets on the bus, which is a damn ski lift, and they all live way up in the, way up in towers and stuff. This would be kind of cool though, to go in between. It'd probably be terrifying, but it'd be kind of cool.
Meet Tim Turbo.
Yeah. So he gets his introduction package there, and he just he's on his way to school, and he's got to read it on the bus like we all did. We all read our comic books on the bus if you were serious about them. And as soon as while he's reading the book, he actually gets to read the introduction of Tom Strong, which is a classic. I mean, I don't want to say white savior kind of story, kind of like Tarzan here.
Yeah, it's very much like Tarzan, like
very much.
Yeah.
I have to go back and reread Tarzan. I've read it twice, the actual novel.
Oh yeah.
And I can't remember how they.
I've got it here somewhere.
I can't remember. Now if you get the black and white or the black covers with by Del Rye, I think it is, or maybe it's Ace. The covers are by Neil Adams.
Yeah, my copy has got like a green cover with like the artwork that the Dell Comics had.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I got the Neil Adams ones,
and it had the like that thin plastic coating that made all the noise on the books for protection.
Yeah.
And I never read it, but I was always looking in the back because in the 70s they had Tarzan and the Super 7 on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is the jungle, my domain, and I protect those who come here. Bum, 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 bum.
Yeah.
The intro to like every show. Matter of fact, I was watching that stuff on YouTube. Saturday morning is cartoons are back at my house. I'll tell you.
Damn it!
You can hear the groaning in the background because it's like.
Long as you do me a favor, make sure you at least squeeze in one episode of Tell Her Night, episode of Johnny Quest for me.
Okay, yeah. Well, I found a couple of guys with YouTube channels that are comic geeks that host like Saturday mornings, and some of it is like stuff from 1968, from like 77, 78. But what's cool is they have all the original commercials
still
in there. Like I was geeking the hell out because it was like I was seeing Kenner Star Wars commercials, like the Droid Factory commercial, and I'm like, I had that.
The stupid Ewok Village commercial.
Yep, the Ewok Village commercial.
Oh my God, Mask, all that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, the toys. The toys that made us. Yeah.
So they're heading out, and we find out that this is Tom's father and his mom. They're heading out, and they basically just want to get the hell away from society, and essentially have a son or a child and raise him away from the corrupting influence of society, and raise a child, ruled completely by logic. And they're hunting down this mystical island that's guarded by rainbows. And of course, right before they get to it, just like on all these mystical islands in the past, there's damn rocks and everything. And, the poor man Sinclair here, he dies. And they make it over to the island.
Yeah, and there's like a quip line in here from Alan, where the husband apologizes to his wife. I know you were fond of him.
Yes.
Oh yeah, well you were in the study.
Yeah, you were fond of him in your own way. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so it's a hidden island, and he doesn't even know there's natives on it. He's just going here. I'm like, dude, you don't know what the hell's there. It's hidden, could have a damn giant gorilla on it or something. You don't know, You never know. You seen King Kong? It is like, it's also flipping between like steampunk here because
Yeah.
he shows up and it's like 1899. Of course they bury that and then they put together, he has managed to create a robot, a steam robot.
A steampunk robot.
Yes.
With sound recording discs, and it goes around on like these really high end tank tracks.
Now, not just sound recording disc, they're like wax cylinders.
Yeah.
So I mean, and it has recordings of his voice, and of course, it terrifies his wife. But hey, it'll be able to help us. Now it's almost like foreshadowing because he sends the robot off. Hey, pneumatic man here. Hey, go and build a shelter, and he heads off, and I'll be about my duties, and he does. He builds them shelter, and
that's probably Rosie the robot's great grandfather from the Jetsons.
Damn it!
He looks like a mashup between Robot from the original Lost in Space TV show and Alfred.
And Alfred, yes. Don't you love how the robot's got a damn bow tie?
Yeah,
but
he's got a fake tuxedo painted on.
Yeah, he heads off though, and he's like, be sensible, no, there's no one here, we're all alone, we can work in perfect isolation, and then we see in the background,
Excuse me, Professor Strong. Yeah. No one is down in the bushes on the bottom panel.
Yeah, yeah, nobody's there. No.
I mean, I know he's hard to see in the shadows, but doesn't that orange paint stick out?
Exactly.
It's probably just a bird. Don't worry about it.
Now, the story runs forward a little bit here, and in 3 months, dude, he's built this giant village, and they're doing all this work on plants and animals, and it's just scientific. And of course, I'm gonna say Thomas is he's a
amorous fellow.
Yeah, he's wanting, you're the super smart, your body's beautiful, let's make love here, surrender to our passions. There's no one here to see us. But it just seems like it's foreshadowing because I have not read this series, but he's like, only pneumatic man can see us, but he doesn't know anything. And the freaking robot is like watching them. So I don't know if something happens in the future or not, but I was like, this is not good. Have you seen Saturn V? This is not good.
I think Pneumatic Man wants to give himself a couple of upgrades.
Yeah, I'm just like, whoa, this is crazy. This is what happens in Saturn V. Of course, now she gets pregnant, and then months later, he can't deliver the baby. As super genius as he is, he can do everything else, but the baby is breached and it's going to die. But, only, the grace of God and the fact that the natives who don't speak any English show up and help deliver Tom.
Yeah, because they know everything that's been going on because they've been watching them the whole time.
Yeah, they've been stalking a victim. So after they save them, of course they're so happy, and end of part 1. And then, like I said, this kind of it runs back here. So we've got Timmy's still going to school. He's on the bus when these bandits attack the school bus, and they're like, hey, just give us all your money and you'll be okay. But lo and behold, as they're attacking the school bus, Tom Strong actually shows up and saves them, but Timmy never sees it because he's too busy reading the Tom Strong comic book.
Mm-hmm. We get very distracted when we get into a comic, and we're just not paying attention to anything.
Yeah, he's not paying attention to crap.
Kind of like the jokes about, you're watching the football game, Super Bowl's on, your young pretty wife walks by butt naked, and come on, the game's on, move out of the way. You don't see anything because you're like laser focused on the TV.
On the game, and damn it. So, yeah, I can't say the name of the city, Atbar, Teru, or whatever, 1903. Yeah. So 4 years after they've been there, we discover now this just shows, I don't say how
How
much
good is this
Alan Moore is ripping off
water getting?
Edgar Rice Burroughs, because like I said, we've got our Tarzan thing here, but
Yeah.
then have you read Princess of Mars?
Oh, Deja Thoris.
Yeah, John Carter.
Yeah.
Okay, when he leaves and go, this is essentially the same thing. When he leaves and goes to Mars, because Mars has 1/6 the gravity of Earth,
hmm
and he's raised on Earth, John Carter has, massive amounts of muscle mass. That's why he can leap freaking 50 feet in the air like the damn Hulk, and he can take on the green men and beat their ass because he's super strong. So we discover here that uh, Sinclair, I guess, is he's just like the greatest, the greatest dad ever. He builds like a giant gravity pressure chamber that's 5 times Earth's gravity to raise the kid in to make him have the super muscle mass. So they've locked his ass
And
in there.
Pneumatic Man is his teacher and
Everything.
like babysitting, schooling, playing with,
Yeah.
Whatever. And mom and dad have to put on special pressure suits to
Just
go
to
in
go
there
feed him.
just to go give him his meals. Yeah.
And
it's
she's like, look, I would just love to just hold my baby one time without the freaking pressure suit.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, we got, he even says, where does he say? There'll be plenty of time for that. By the time he's 11, which I calculate, he should be ready to emerge. So I guess by the time he's 11, the muscle mass will have been permanently set in.
Yeah.
So
and
then he
and
can come out.
his play blocks are freaking made of steel
They're
and
like
riveted
steel.
together.
Yeah.
Those things probably weigh about 50 pounds a piece at least. And he's just like, wah,
Yeah. Because he's just crushed down there. But, as he says, hey, I have, I've done studies and, we can take 5G, no problem. Like, dude, that's a lot of damn weight. But yeah, so now they come down to give him, they hug him and he's learned some of the native language. They feed him this nasty ass food. And mom's like, does he have to eat it all the time? Must he have Gokla root? It tastes so bitter. And he's like, yeah. Well, the chief says it promotes longevity and higher cognitive awareness. Surely he deserves these things. So they've got him in the damn pressure chamber to make him stronger than everybody else. Now they're feeding him, brain enhancing food and life extending food, supposedly from the chief. Yeah, we can see that something's going on here.
Yeah. He's being, programmed and set up to be a special guy. And it's kind of funny because this reminded me. I go, it's like a secret to just these native islanders that they shared with them. And the first thing that came to mind was the old Tide commercial from the early 70s. Ancient Chinese secret.
Yeah.
No, I'm not asking you for volunteer. I've seen this as a job.
But so now we flash forward. It's 5 years later. Now it's 1908. So he's been in there for 8 years, almost the full 11. We're gonna say that he goes back in because I mean it's got to do something. But finally, after 8 years, a damn earthquake hits, and it destroys the.
I don't know why they're worried unless you're telling them things.
Hold on. Hey, can y'all?
I'm not going to talk about this with him on his phone. All right. Sorry.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Did you fall? Oh, okay.
Did she fall?
My
Yeah.
arm falling 'cause I
Well, she do sneeze and the force like knocked her down.
It's like a Looney Tune sneeze. Achoo!
Yeah, you better go clean the booger off the wall.
Yeah.
So the freaking volcano crashes in, and when it crashes in, of course, the mom is, oh Lord, we've got to get to him. We've got to get to our little boy and make sure he's all right. And he pops the hatch, and out comes Tom, who finally he gets to hug his dying mom. And he, I guess he's throwing freaking rocks over the side of the damn volcano.
Not knowing that the natives are coming to help.
Yes.
And it's like,
He kills a couple of them.
yeah, by accident. He goes, is this what they call bowling?
Yeah. Damn it. And then all of a sudden, when they get to the top, here he is. Please help me. My mother and father are dead. And he speaks the language, damn near perfectly there. And it's end of part 2.
Yeah.
But I mean, at this point,
his parents just died. He's got tears streaming down his face.
Yeah.
And he in that last panel, he looks like he's got buck teeth enough to rival Bugs Bunny.
Damn it.
Sorry.
So, there he is. He's, gee, I guess I must have got something in my eye. That poor kid. So he's still reading about, the death of his parents.
My God.
What?
Shit.
What is it now?
My aunt just died.
Which aunt?
Aunt Dawn.
She just died.
Yes. Jimmy just told me.
Hey, let's pick this one up later.
Yep. We'll continue this next week.
Yeah, I think we had something just bad just happen.
Yeah.
All right, man.